Daniel here from Somewhat Chipsy, and we're just going to go quickly over our Instagram style toilet, the things that you need to think about when building one, and what you will probably need for your own build. So first things first is you're going to need to find an appropriate door. This is a service door that is 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters, and you need to make sure that it's going to be waterproof, obviously, because you're in the shower and you don't want any water getting in the back there. You can find these on Amazon or at your local hardware store. So the 50 by 50 service door works perfectly with the Cuddy by Compo closet. So you just need to know the measurements of your specific toilet so that your door will be correct. Luckily for a project like this, getting the correct rails is really easy. All you're doing is trying to find a rail that's rated to your body weight and the toilet, plus some extra is handy. These ones are multi-locking, so they're not gonna come flying out when we turn around a corner, and they're rated at 150 kilos. You can get those on Amazon. The chances are that your toilet, whether it be composting or that, possibly needs 12 volt power and an external venting. So you just need to prepare that, whether it's underneath, to the side, and have your wires installed specifically for this project. R1s are connected directly to our Cuddy switch so that the venting and all the sensors work just like they should. Think about your frame and how it's going to be mounted. This is actually prototype A. It's a bit of a joke and it fell apart when putting it together, but that's okay because we went ahead and made one that looks like this. It's super strong. It's kind of like an iron bridge design, and it will help transfer the weight. So when you're sliding out, the toilet goes this way. It's like a seesaw. So all of the weight pushes down here and all of the weight will push up here. So in the design, you need to make sure that it is going to be strong enough to hold you, the toilet, and some more. And also think about the other small details involved. So we have a bin at the back, storage for extra coir blocks, and also toilet paper roll holders. You know, it's just a thing that is kind of always forgotten in van builds. We've seen it all the time. So it's just a little bit of work, makes all the difference. Take a quick look into how we constructed this one. So we used a piece of 15mm marine ply because it's strong and waterproof. Just measuring out where the rails are going to go, how far it extends, and where to put the supports to connect the base. The cross beams are glued into place with T-Rex glue and then screwed down. And then we used the router to dress the edges and make the platform look a little bit nicer. Then I gave it all a good sand down and sent it off to paint, taken care of by Julie. So after pre-cutting all of the pieces for the 2.0 frame, I had to drill 4 pocket holes into each piece to connect it and support. Then after measuring them so they're all spaced out evenly, they were connected with screws and more T-Rex glue. And just like that, the 2 sides of our toilet frame are complete. I then took measurements to secure our rail to make sure it was going to be level. I measured the toilet to make it so it would be center on the tray, and that would allow me to drill the holes for both the ventilation and the power so it would be discreet. I found an old broomstick in the shed and we used that to make toilet roll holders. Then we went ahead and pre-mounted the ventilation tube and the power cable. The next step was to connect the slide and the frame together on the already measured lines. Once those components were connected, I cut and connected cross members along the bottom for extra support and mounting. I pre-drilled all of the holes for the mounting in the van as well. Now that we're in the van, I checked the clearance of the drawer going through the door. I also made sure it was going to be straight. I laid down clear construction silicone between the lines for extra adhesive strength when I put it down. Now that the frame is down, I secured it with screws through the pre-drilled holes. I securely connected the 12 volt wires so that it would run off our main control panel. Then the final step was to put the toilet into place, screw it in, plug it in, and connect the venting tube. So that's how we ended up with this bathroom and our Instagram style pull-out toilet. I understand that everyone's build is different, the results are going to be different, but if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.